Why should you become a vegan? Well, there's currently over 400 parts per million of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, and the safest level is considered to be 350 parts per million. These high levels of CO2 concentration exacerbate climate change, which leads to disasters such as rising sea levels, drought, extreme weather patterns, and much more. And when we address these CO2 emissions, transportation is often at the center of the conversation.
However, the meat and dairy industry produces more greenhouse gases than all of the cars, trucks, trains, boats, and planes on the planet combined. In fact, 51% of global emissions are from animal husbandry due to methane, as well as the destruction of carbon sinks and production of grains and waste. Yet the top environmental organizations such as 350.org, Greenpeace, the Sierra Club, and Amazon Watch mention nothing on animal agriculture. Why?
Because most of these organizations rely on donations and membership, funding will go down if they challenge something so dear to people: meat. These environmental organizations give natural gas and oil production the most attention. Recently, fracking has become of importance because of its impact on water consumption and contamination. Hydraulic fracking consumes 100 billion gallons a year, whereas livestock just in the US alone consumes 34 trillion gallons of water per year, mostly associated with growing water-intensive grains.
In fact, it takes 2,500 gallons of water to produce 1 pound of beef, and 1,000 gallons of water to produce a gallon of milk. To put it into perspective, that means it takes approximately 660 gallons of water to produce the meat in a single burger.
More focus is allocated towards domestic water usage, with an emphasis put on low-flow showerheads, faucets, efficient toilets and water-using appliances, and efficient sprinklers, when in reality all water usage in the United States is 5% for domestic and 55% for agriculture.
Additionally, meat production accounts for 30% of the world's water consumption.
Occupies 45% of the Earth's habitable land.
Causes 91% of the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest.
Is the leading cause of habitat destruction.
The leading cause of species extinction.
And the leading cause of ocean dead zones.
Meat from land isn't the only problem. 3/4 of the world's fisheries are overexploited, fully exploited, or significantly depleted due to overfishing. At this rate, we'll see fishless oceans by the year 2048. The only other ecosystem being depleted this quickly is the rainforests. 1 acre of rainforest is cleared every second to create the land to raise animals and the food used to feed them. Every day, approximately 100 plants, animals, and insects are lost due to rainforest destruction. Much credit for deforestation is often given to palm oil, when palm oil clears 26 million acres a year and livestock clears 136 million acres.
Trying to find out how animal agriculture is polluting the environment is difficult because it's a business secret. The industry claims exemptions to that information either under national security terms or public safety. One of the largest industries on the planet with the biggest environmental impact is attempting to keep us in the dark about how it's actually operating. In fact, those who speak out are often killed. 1,100 activists have been killed in the last 20 years in Brazil, including Sister Dorothy Stang, a US-born nun living in the heart of the Brazilian rainforest.
Her life's work was to protect the Amazon. She spoke out openly against the destruction of the rainforest from cattle ranching for years. Walking home one night, she was brutally gunned down at point-blank range by a hired gun from a cattle industry.
There's no denying that animal agriculture is one of the most powerful industries on the planet, with massive legal resources to protect themselves. Nowadays, you can get in serious trouble or thrown in jail if you tell the truth, because if you disrupt the profits of the animal industry, you are technically guilty under the Patriot Act.
So what must we do to solve this issue?
Grass-fed livestock is not an option. If Americans relied on grass-fed meat, it would require 3.7 billion acres of grazing land. It would require clearing every square inch of the US up into Canada, all of Central America, and well into South America.
Additionally, 82% of starving children live in countries where food is fed to livestock that are killed and eaten by more well-off individuals in developed countries such as the US and Europe.
The fact of it is that we could feed every human being on the planet today an adequate plant-based diet if we did no more than take the feed that we're feeding to animals and actually turn it into food for humans, effectively solving world hunger.
In fact, plant-based diets are much healthier and more sustainable for many reasons. Humans can extract more energy from plants than meat because only 10% of stored energy is transferred between increasing trophic levels. Furthermore, you can produce on average 15 times more protein from plant-based sources than from meat on any given area of land.
Therefore, as the human population continues to grow, the only solution is to reduce demand.
Go vegan!